Good morning to you folks. Welcome into our 10 a.m. community show here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV. I'm Matt Hildebrand, your host today, as we welcome in the seniors from Fairfield High School, gearing up for graduation here in just a few short weeks. We're going to introduce everybody and get into talking a little memories and some of the things that these students are involved in. So with that, let's go down the line. We'll introduce everybody. And Hannah, you're our first one since you sat closest to me. So tell us a little about yourself, if you would.
My name's Hannah Hamilton. I'm the class president. I'm the president of National Honor Society, president of the Student Council. I was a part of the Fairfield Drama Society, and I played soccer.
Awesome. We'll continue down the line. Corey?
I'm Corey Zimmerman. I played high school soccer. I'm currently playing baseball right now. I'm in an FFA, and that's about it.
All right. Next up, we'll go to Carly.
My name's Carly Sanders, and I'm the past Fairfield FFA president. I'm the president of the Premier Showman 4-H Club, vice president of the Fairfield National Honor Society. I'm a varsity softball captain for the Fairfield Lady Lions, and I'm also the starting catcher.
Okay, that's a long list. Next up down the list, not a student, though people may confuse that. I had to, of course, correct. We have Melanie Hamilton, and you are the student advisor here with us today.
That is correct, yes.
Fantastic. So we'll get back into talking a little about these kids, and I'm sure a very special group these five represent. So be ready for that. Hopefully some good stories to come.
Absolutely.
We'll swing up and talk to Cassie now.
I'm Cassie Miller. I'm a part of basketball, National Honor Society, and Academy of Scholars.
Fantastic. And last but not least, we have Joby.
I'm Joby Hatton. I am the volleyball captain. Well, was. I'm the softball captain for one of the teams. Oh my God. I'm the class treasurer, and I'm a part of NHS, and I am a 4-year FFA member.
Fantastic. So obviously, as you can tell, folks, quite a bit of different activities and things that happen at Fairfield High School, much like we've talked with a few different schools. There's a lot of different activities that happen throughout the year at our local schools. So Hannah, let's swing back to you. Talk a little about, some of your favorite things. I know you had quite a list of different things you're involved in, but what to you stands out as maybe a favorite?
Favorite for me was always being part of the Drama Society.
Yeah.
I really found my spot in our drama department and with musicals, and we really worked to grow our department.
And this year you guys did a production of Annie, right?
Yes.
As I understand.
Yes.
So tell us a little about that experience, because Annie, of course, is kind of a classic. A lot of nerves doing that.
I played Annie.
Oh, okay. So yeah, definitely a lot of nerves.
Yeah. It was an amazing time. We worked really hard, put in a lot of work. Really proud of the kids. It's nice to see how much they grow in just one short season.
Yeah. So for folks who are unfamiliar with like the Drama Society at Fairfield High School, how long does it take for you guys to put a production on? Like all the way back to auditioning for a part up through going through, your actual performances?
We auditioned right after Christmas break, so January, and then we pushed through all until March, and then we pray that we're ready to put it on by March.
A lot of prayers involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys did that like the end of March, right?
Yes.
So that's a pretty quick turnaround from audition to go live. Talk about the pressure, because obviously Annie's a musical, right? So talk about the pressure to learn your lines, also learn your music, learn your blocking on stage. Like there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, there is. For me, the singing is my favorite part. So the songs were easy.
Yeah.
The dancing was fun. Lines and acting comes with practice, but we have an amazing director, and we couldn't do it without her.
Fantastic. Yeah. So were you a fan of the show before you?
Yes, lifelong fan of Annie. It's actually my mom's favorite from my childhood, so I grew up watching it. It was a nice senior show to wrap up.
That's awesome. Now, how many kids are involved in a production at Fairfield?
We had about 25.
Wow.
With a total of 2 boys, so.
Now, how do you do boys in an all-girl orphanage?
Yeah, we had 2 men and a lot of girls playing men.
Okay.
So
So, like, you still had Daddy Warbucks then?
Yes.
As an actual young man, or?
We had a female winning the bald cap.
Okay, so that is interesting. Good stuff. But you do what you have to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I got to ask, who did the guys play if Daddy Warbucks was played by?
We had Bert Healy, the radio announcer.
Yeah.
And the laundryman.
Okay. Well, good roles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of great, actually. So,
Yes.
like, when you have that, like, you change the whole music and the whole, like, everything goes with that.
She was a trooper.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, drama club, great cap off. Little emotional being your last performance, and kind of capping off that career.
Very emotional. Just you lose people as they graduate, but those friendships that we've made in drama society is really special and so many memories.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we'll go next to Corey. Corey, I know you're a big baseball guy. I mean, we won't throw you under too much for being, the coach's son. That's got to be a rough dynamic. That's something I've never done with my son. He's very intensely into baseball. How do you handle that pressure of being A, coach's son, now B, also being a senior and like leader on your baseball team?
I mean, being the coach's kid, sometimes I got my moments of my own stupidity, and he's just gotta
Put up with it and go, right?
He lets me know.
Okay.
But no, it's just I've been a part of the game for so long. I just view him as another coach.
Yeah.
I mean, being around him all my life, I'm able to understand the game through him.
Yeah.
He was an umpire. I don't know if he still has his license, but I've learned a lot of stuff through him, like just different parts of the game, like even the team through him, like
Sure.
knows like even some weird rules, like the infield fly rule. And
Yeah, that's a fun one. I think everybody both loves and hates the infield fly rule. It depends on which side of the ball you're on, right?
Yeah.
So with that, has he coached you up through the years, like from little league on up to where you are now?
Yeah.
So that dynamic has been growing throughout the years.
Yeah.
Who has, and here's your opportunity to brag a little bit. Who's got the bigger baseball IQ? Is it you or is it Dad?
I mean, I'd say he's got more experience.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good answer. I promised I wouldn't throw you guys under the bus, so that one was an easy softball question for you. Talk to us about baseball. What is it that you love so much about the sport that's kept you involved in it at a obviously very high level, performing at a great level?
I think it's just comfortability. I mean, I've played it all my life, so I just feel comfortable when I'm out on the field. Even when I have my rough games, I'm able to go in the dugout, reset, and just go back out. And like, I'm originally center field, so just being out there by
So you got some
myself,
speed.
and I think so.
Oh, they're saying only so. So yeah, the girls aren't going to give you anything in this show. I'm sorry ahead of time. It's going to be rough on you.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little about you obviously play a couple of other sports in there as well. Getting something outside of baseball. As often said, like the hardest thing in sports is hitting a baseball. So having experience in other sports, is that true to you, or is that have you found something that's more difficult in the game of baseball or in something else?
Hitting's pretty hard. I mean, last year I had to bunt to get a 300 batting average. But
I mean, if you're staying above 300, you're doing really well. It doesn't matter if you have to bunt or you're smacking home runs. However you get on base.
yeah.
Do you are you a guy that prefers like get on base regardless? Like, are you okay with a walk?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're more on the on base percentage.
I'd like to be. Yeah.
I get you, man. I'm right there with you. So let's talk about a couple of other sports you're involved in. We went through the list there as we started. What else did you take part in?
Soccer.
Soccer. All right. So you've kind of capped off that part of your career. What for you was the draw for soccer? What kept you in it?
Well, they needed players my freshman year, and my brother played, so I felt like I wanted to do something with him.
Yeah.
My freshman year, and then it just stuck with me because just running around, just doing something. I just wanted to be active during the fall.
So it was more of a why not?
Yeah.
So baseball's the true love then.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good deal. Good stuff. We'll swing on down the line and talk to Carly. So Carly, for you, I know you went through a laundry list of items. What stands out to you as far as like sports or extracurriculars?
The standout to me is probably my 4-H involvement and my FA involvement.
Awesome.
Because I've grown up on a cow-calf operation. I've shown livestock my whole life. I'm going to pursue a career in it. So I think that just really set me up to succeed in that role.
So take us through like the life lessons that maybe people that don't grow up on a farm or don't grow up in that kind of ag-related background just don't understand the difficulties of like day-to-day living, taking care of those animals.
So my dad's always said that you can always tell an ag kid from a city kid because ag kids shake your hand, look you in the eye in a conversation, actually carry on a conversation.
Yeah.
And I wholeheartedly believe that because the way I was raised was to be outgoing, be able to speak to people, and be able to succeed in life. And I think hard work and dedication really goes into the, quote, farm life, you could say, because I'm not considered a lazy person. I don't consider my fellow people who live on a farm lazy people. Like, we are hardworking people. So
I think that's really interesting, though. You talk about like those conversation skills when most of the time, if you're farming, it's like within your family, maybe a couple of people, or oftentimes by yourself. So like, do you find any peace on the farm being able to like go out and just go through your daily chores and get stuff done?
yeah, I call it barn therapy because I can just go out. I can work on my show heifers. I'm in my own world. I think my own thoughts and I can just be alone. That's my alone time to think and kind of get my life together, like in terms of what I'm doing the next day or.
Yeah. You might want to trademark that going forward. Barn therapy. All right. You probably make a good career off that. Talk to us about the experience. You mentioned show heifers. Talk to us about that experience and like how, again, intense that can be, the hours going into preparing that animal for a show.
It's a lot. So my dad grew up showing steers in Urbana, Ohio. My mom grew up here in Hillsboro showing pigs. So they've always been raised in the livestock industry.
Yeah.
So my older sister, Sydney, she's 2 years older than me. She got into showing cattle. I started off in the pig barn, and we kind of met in the middle and showed fat steers for a while. And then we switched to breeding heifers here in 2020. And it is a lot of work, but I wouldn't want to do life any other way. Like, it's shaped me into the person I am today. I'm going to raise my kids in it, whether they like it or not. So,
just like you were stuck into it, they're stuck into it, right? So I think that's interesting. Hogs versus cattle. Which one is easier to show, and which one do you prefer to show?
I'm better at showing cattle just because I'm so I'm just been raised in it. I know how to do it. Pigs, I got started in because when I was little, I was actually afraid of cattle. And so then they finally convinced me to take a little feeder calf to the county fair, and I was hooked from there. We dual specied for a while. We did pigs and cattle at the same time. 1 year I took goats to the fair. This past year I took lambs. So I've been in every barn there was.
Yeah.
Cattle I brought by far my favorite because it's just kind of our natural. But I did really enjoy lambs this year because it was new. And I don't know. I just really enjoyed it.
So you're doing lambs again this year, right?
Undecided.
Okay.
So
yeah, small animals. You need to give, maybe the chickens and the rabbits a turn. Just so you can do the
I think that's where I draw the line.
No? Horses? You got to keep it with the bigger animals? No horses?
No.
I think you guys have alpacas at the Highland County Fair.
Yeah, that's new this year.
Get in on it. Come on. I think you could probably handle it. If you can take care of, steer, sheep, goat, sky's the limit for you. So good luck.
Thank you.
We're going to swing back up to Cassie. Cassie, again, long list of different things. What stands out to you as some of your favorite things you were involved with?
Definitely basketball.
Yeah. So what about basketball at Fairfield stands out to you as like kept you in it, kept you going, kept you competitive in it?
Definitely just like the atmosphere and all of like the teammates and how close and like the relationships we built off of it. There was definitely a lot of great memories we made together, especially with team nights and all that.
So take us through your season. Like, were you as successful as you hoped to be throughout your senior year and like looking back on your high school career?
This year we were not as successful as we wanted to be.
Sure.
I think we only won like 7 games.
Well, so secondary question to that then, how do you keep it fun, win or lose? How do you like keep that love of the game going?
Definitely my teammates, like the way we bonded with each other no matter it was a win or loss, as long as we went out there and we just had fun and played our best and gave it our all.
So what I got to ask, what position did you play? No offense, but you're kind of short, so I'm assuming not a post player.
No, I was the point guard
Okay.
and
Moving
shooting
the ball
guard.
around. Would you prefer the passing the ball, or were you the one that wanted the ball in your hands when the game was on the line?
I preferred passing the ball.
Okay. Less pressure that way, or is there more pressure in that? Like you had to make the right decision?
Less pressure,
Yeah.
I would feel, instead of making the last shot or like needing to get the point, just getting the pass there.
I mean, the assist is still marked
Yeah.
down in the book right at the end of the day.
Yes,
so.
it is.
Fantastic. So, moving through your high school career, what was it like this year being a senior and like getting that senior leadership role, stepping up into that?
It was a lot because I was I was originally the only senior, but we had a girl named McKinley Cox. She came in later, so that took a little bit of like the pressure off.
Sure.
And all that, but I still felt lots of pressure into the season because I was the point guard and
Yeah, like you're doubling
everything.
up on it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But as the season went on, my teammates made it easier because like either one of us could have stepped up and had a great game, and they took a lot of pressure off of me.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, congrats. Any emotions as you like wound down the season to like finish it out and realize, hey, this is probably the last time I'm playing organized basketball?
Yeah, my last game was very, very emotional. I cried a lot.
Yeah. I didn't mean to dredge it up then. I'm sorry. Last but not least, Joby, I know volleyball was a big thing for you in your career. So since we haven't really talked volleyball, let's talk your experience with Fairfield High School. How'd you guys do this year?
So, coming into the year, I was not very hopeful. And, I mean, not to be, like, negative, not a pessimist or anything, but I didn't really think we were going to have the season that we ended up having.
Sure.
I thought we were going to be down more than other years previous. And, coming into it my freshman, sophomore year, when I was playing up, we were very, very senior loaded, very upperclassmen loaded, and we had lost multiple seniors each year. Mm-hmm. And so when we had all stepped up, I was thinking, our starting setter, coming off of an injury, she played on a torn ACL, torn, knee, and we had a lot of young starters this year, a lot of new ones that never really played varsity much before, and so I came in just kind of like having fun. It didn't really feel any different to me. It's only just now starting to set in that I'm not going to be here next year.
Yeah.
And just about halfway through the season, I realized this might be my last time playing volleyball. I don't really want it to, and so then I started kind of looking at colleges. I never dreamed I'd go play college volleyball, but here I am.
So did that help with like we talked about with Cassie, like that last game feeling of like, gosh, it's all over? You at least know like, yeah, this is the end of this chapter, but I've got a whole nother chapter.
Yeah. So towards the end of the season, I was a little relieved. Like I wasn't really upset that it was over. In the end, I had still learned so much, and things have stuck with me for forever that I've went through with that program, and I'll forever miss it, but I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful for what's coming afterwards.
Absolutely. Talk to us, because I know you were like a powerhouse up on the front line, right? Talk to us about the feeling of getting that perfect set up close to the net and like just knowing you're about to slam it home.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's different. There's just certain ones, it'll be once every 20 sets, and it'll just be, you just know it's perfect, your timing's perfect, and you're just about to hit it, you're up there, you feel like you're on top of the world, and you're like, oh, this is about to be great.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you deliver, and it's amazing, and then other times the set was too perfect, and you sell completely, and it was terrible.
How difficult is that like setter, like communication to know your timing's on, my timing's on?
Yeah, we practice. Kelsey and I, we were so tight by the end of the season, and switching setters throughout your high school is really hard too. My sophomore year, I went from having Faith Miller and, different setters are very different. They set differently, and the same person or different people will not set the same at all, and you really have to adjust. It's very different. I struggled my junior year, the beginning of the season, adjusting. Mm-hmm. My timing was always off, but I mean, towards my senior year, we just got it down. We figured out what sets worked best with my approach, and we figured out which ones were perfect, and then we just mastered it.
That's awesome. There's way more like chemistry and dynamics and things that go into that I think a lot of people realize.
It's a lot of trust, and just in the last minute calling out a different set that she wasn't expecting. She has to adjust a ton. I mean, setting's hard. Setting's difficult, and it's something I think that gets overlooked a lot when people go into it. You know, they always look at the people who are defenders or mostly the hitters, but I mean, setting it's tough.
Yeah, you got to get to the ball that second.
You got to run around everywhere and put it exactly where they want, or else they're mad. You know. So.
Did you ever get mad?
No, my mom wanted me to set my freshman year, and I quickly realized that was not something that I was very talented at.
Yeah.
I could put it around the general area, but I couldn't put it perfect like Kelsey could.
Good on you though for having that realization. Like, no, I probably need to switch up skill sets here. So.
I was pretty humbled my freshman year.
Well, I think most freshmen are in one point or another. So, with that, folks, we're going to take a very quick break here, and we'll continue our 10 a.m. community show. Again, talking today with Fairfield High School seniors as part of our senior salute. We'll be back with more coming up after this here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components. Stay tuned.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Don't let a blown tire slow you down this season. Trust Maggulac Tire Service in Hillsboro to keep you on the roll and in the field. At Maggulac, they offer on-the-farm ag and tire service, saving you downtime and saving you money. Call Maggulac Tire Service for all your tire needs at 937-364-2592 or stop in on Route 50 in Hillsboro. At Maggulac Tire Service, their emphasis is on great service. That's more than just a slogan, that's the Maggulac commitment every single day. Your Ohio Means Jobs centers in Georgetown and Winchester provide the tools you need for your job search. Eligible residents of Adams and Brown counties may qualify for additional supportive services. Visit Ohio Means Jobs online at omjadamsbrown.org to learn more. Ohio Means Jobs is a division of ABCAP. You must meet eligibility requirements. Funding provided by TANF and WIOA and is administered by the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. When you're trying to find the best deal on a home or car, you shop around. When it comes to finding the best deal for insuring those things, it just makes sense to shop around too. That's why Column Insurance works as an independent agency. One agency, multiple carriers, allowing your agent to shop for the company that best fits your needs and budget. Column Insurance works with Nationwide and Nationwide Agribusiness, Travelers, Progressive, and more. Stop by Column Insurance in Georgetown to speak to their friendly agents, Jay, Carolyn, or Stacy, or call 378-6947 for a free quote today.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From Shack basketball
Shot by Osborne, 3 on the buzzer! Wow.
to Shack baseball.
Wells is going to drive. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown football.
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
To Shack volleyball.
Hatton for the kill. It's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Ire to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV. Welcome back in, folks, to our 10 a.m. community show. It's a senior salute with Fairfield High School here today. Again, thanks everybody for coming in. Great salute, Joey. It was off camera, so she got away with it, but we still had to tell on you. Anyways, welcome back in. We're joined by a group of seniors here today. We're having fun. It's a good show so far. We're going to go into talking a little about some things that you guys have gotten to do through your senior year. Just had prom, from my understanding, right? So, again, we'll start with Hannah. Talk a little about, the prom fit. How did everything look? How did everything go for you?
Prom was amazing. Our junior committee did a really nice job. The theme was A Nighttime in Greece.
Oh, cool.
From being the president and putting on a prom, I know how much work goes into it. So really give them a hand for their hard work and their efforts in decorations and planning, because it's not easy and it goes overlooked. After prom, we went to Highland Lanes for bowling.
A little bowling.
It was very nice.
Do you guys bowl like in your full get-ups, dresses and all?
We put on. They had a prom T-shirt, so we did an outfit change.
Okay. I was like, man,
comfortable.
that is intense. Okay, good.
Yeah, it was a good time. I won bowling, just so from our group, but
She throws shade at everybody. Yeah.
It was good.
Fantastic. So, your outfit, what was the dress like for you this year?
I wore a bright pink Sherry Hill dress, big bow on the front, sparkles.
So, senior dress or junior dress, which do you like better?
Senior.
Senior dress. Good.
I tried to upstage my last year.
You got to make it better year to year. Corey, we'll talk briefly about prom because, guys, we don't get a whole lot of options. So, did you go with a gray suit, a black suit, or some other random color? Did you manage to get a little splash of color in there?
No, it was a black suit.
Black suit, yep.
I had a
9 times out of 10, you can basically assume that, but
yeah, I did have sparkly black shoes.
Okay, very cool. Was that your choice, or is that choice given to you?
I think it was given to me.
Okay, well, that's okay. You were voluntold to wear what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, good deal. Enjoyed prom, though?
I did.
You bowled well, but just not as well as other people in the group.
I mean, it's late at night, so I just tried to take the ball and throw it as hard as possible down the lane.
It's tough for baseball guys to bowl. You guys are like, you throw overhand, right?
Yeah.
You got the power, just maybe not the finesse the right way, throwing it underhand.
I just wanted to throw it as hard as possible.
That's what you got to prove. Got something to prove with that.
Yeah.
We'll swing on over, and Carly, talk about the dress. Were you happy with it?
I was very happy with it. I ordered it off of Amazon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
$65, so I was pretty proud of myself.
Bargain and beautiful.
You
That's
bet.
what you got to find, right? That's a tough balance. So how does that work? Like, because it's a whole experience going through the dress shop, right?
So I'm not a very patient person.
No?
Close people know that about me, and so I just really couldn't see myself being able to go shop all day. And I'd rather save my money for other things.
Okay. Now, was Dad like a part of like?
He was
thank you,
pumping the
thank
air.
you so much. I don't have daughters, so I don't have to go through that. I've got sons,
you're
but
lucky.
I am thank goodness. Glad you enjoyed it though. What was it like? Your $65 Amazon dress?
It was navy and one-shouldered, and it had a bow on the shoulder and a slit.
Okay.
So
you liked it. Mm-hmm. Good deal. We'll swing back up. Cassie, tell us about the prom dress. What was your experience as simple as hers? You're just like, click, buy, let's try.
No, I went in store and shopped, but it was pretty easy to know which one I wanted. It fit perfect, and it was the only one that stood out to me.
So was it the very first dress you tried on?
Actually, yes, it was.
Man, that happens so often. Like there's something about like the first one you see is the one you're going to be happiest with. So what did it look like?
It was emerald green. It was strapless and it had a slit, and it was a little like metallic-y.
Okay. Yeah. Not metallic-y.
Metallic-y.
Okay. This is a very rock-oriented dress, but very good. So were you able to like move in it? That's a big question.
Yeah, it was definitely my most comfortable dress, but it got stepped on a lot.
Okay. Well, you'll have that. By yourself or by others?
By Carly.
yeah.
It's because she had free range in that $65 Amazon dress. She was moving. Joby, what about for you? What'd we go with?
So the goal was to get a different color for every single dance.
Oh.
And so red happened to be the only color that I hadn't worn to a dance yet, and it just worked out perfectly. I actually bought. I love going to the store. I love shopping. I love trying on all the dresses and
you're
looking
all
at
about
all of
the
them.
experience,
I
so,
am.
yeah.
I for sure am. But I bought this dress used, already worn last year off of one of my very good friends who graduated from White Oak. It was a red dress that was off the shoulder, and it had a slit in it, and it had a train, and luckily, she had pinned the back of it so that I could pin it to the back of my dress when I was dancing, so I didn't get it stepped on. So I avoided
it did have
that.
a train, but you just pinned it up.
Yeah, I avoided
Okay.
that in the dance room, so that was nice. But yeah, it just ended up working out great for me. I got a discount on a very pretty dress, and I got it from one of my friends. I took it off of her hands, and it was red, and yeah, it was just ended up perfect.
Okay, explain to me. You said a different color for every dance. Is it like every dance in your senior year,
yeah,
or every dance throughout high school, or?
Yeah, throughout high school.
Oh my gosh.
Now we
Okay.
don't have the fall homecomings and the winter formals. Like, we don't have extra dances and stuff, so we only have the 4 homecomings, 2 proms.
Okay, so like basketball homecoming,
Yes.
and then prom on top of that. So 6 different dresses you've had. Take
Yeah.
us through the color wheel. How did you only have red left?
So, well, okay, I technically had yellow left, but yellow and me,
Not for you.
nope, no, does not look good. So
is this
that
like
was kind of out.
Roy G. Biv is what we're doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit. I went to prom my sophomore year, so I did get an extra year of wearing. I wore royal blue. I had worn black my sophomore year for homecoming. I wore a different color blue my freshman year homecoming. Then I was junior attendant for homecoming, and so I wore hot pink.
Okay.
And I wore a dark pink actually for my junior year actual homecoming dance, and then my junior year prom I wore purple. Then homecoming senior year I wore orange. Homecoming attendant was green, and the only color left other than yellow was red. So I got red.
I got to give you big props. That was really good recall. I wear the same 5 shirts, and I couldn't tell you which one I wore yesterday. So that is really good. Good on you. Yeah, man.
It was totally unintentional until like a couple months ago. I realized red was the only color I hadn't worn, and I was
Gotcha.
like, well, that worked out great.
Yeah.
But
So this was not like a game plan from freshman year. This
no,
was,
not at all.
Not. Okay.
Nope, nothing. My freshman and sophomore year, I had nothing planned out. I was just winging it, doing whatever I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Good deal. All right. So prom was a good time. Let's talk about some of the other things that you guys have been doing with your senior year. Again, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but you guys literally came in and admitted that senior skip day just happened, or apparently senior skip days. So who wants to tackle the missing school? Corey, let's talk with you. You're the only guy in the room. Senior skip day. How hard has senioritis hit for you guys?
Very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
So senior skip day yesterday, is this like a weekly occurrence, or is this a one-time deal?
I wish it was weekly.
Yeah.
But I get caught.
Yeah, probably.
No, yesterday was. It's typically the Monday after prom.
Okay. So you guys just had prom this past weekend. Got the Monday off.
Yeah.
So what did you do with your time? All this borrowed time you had?
I know some of my classmates went golfing, did
Yeah.
other stuff. I went home and took a big old nap.
A big old nap.
Yeah.
5 hours from what I heard.
Yes.
Yeah, self-admitted 5-hour nap. So you're feeling good today.
I'm feeling
You're
great.
energized. To
Yeah.
see you got senior skip day. Now you get to come here and skip a little bit of school. We're just helping you out. We're gonna make this week as easy as we can.
Great.
Good deal. All right. So with that, have there been multiple senior skip days? Is this like the official one?
Yeah, this is the official one.
This was the official one. So who actually made like use of their full day off yesterday, their official senior skip day?
I was pretty productive.
You were? Okay. So
Yeah.
so Carly, tell us what you did with your official senior skip day.
So now that we're nearing May, we're getting our heifers ramped up on their summer program.
You actually worked on your skip day? Oh,
I did.
I thought you were meaning like we went to Kings Island or something. That's,
I
you know.
wish.
No. Okay.
No, I was in the barn all day.
You were in the barn all day. So when I said productive, like I was meaning who had fun. You had fun.
I had fun.
You had fun. Good. You had fun for you. That's good. I can appreciate that. Who went out of their way to not work yesterday and like actually? Well, I know Corey. We've covered that. We know it's You're well rested.
Yeah.
So senior skip day, if these have been happening multiple times now, you know, how are you guys getting your work done?
Praying.
Praying?
A lot of prayers.
Yes.
I only go to the school for an ag class, so I'm there 30 to 45 minutes every day
Yeah.
or twice a week, you know, depending on if I got stuff going on. Recently, we've been on 2-hour delay schedules a lot with state testing. Obviously, we don't have any state tests, and
Yeah, you guys are locked in. You're done.
yeah. So the way like the ag kind of is, like I don't come into school in the 2-hour delays, so I've been missing a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, on the flip side, it's kind of redundant to go in there and sit for 30 minutes and have to be quiet for people to take state tests and then leave.
True.
So,
So you say you're only coming in for that one class. Is that like because you're in CCP?
yeah,
or is
so
that,
I am, last fall, I was considered full-time. This spring, I don't think I'm full-time. I have one less class because I'm out of credit hours. I used all my 30 this
Oh, wow.
year. So,
Yeah, I mean that's a good reason to be slacking off a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm in a lot of online classes for Southern State, so I don't I can't really slack off very much when I'm at home. I have to make myself do the work. So I spent my skip day doing schoolwork because it's also finals week this week and next week. So there's a lot of work going on right now.
Good luck on that. That stuff. So when it's all said and done, will you how many credit hours will you have in? Are you going to finish with a degree?
I will be just 2 or 3 classes short of a degree.
Wow, that's awesome.
I think I'll end up finishing with a little over 50 credit hours.
Fantastic.
But
Well,
they all transfer to my next year college, so that's very, very convenient for me.
Yeah.
I got a lot of my electives and prereqs done.
Yeah, so you're ready to jump right in.
Yep.
Fantastic. Who else did online college classes and the like? Everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody in the room. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So what makes the decision? We'll ask you, Hannah. What made the decision of I want to get this, maybe as Joby was talking about, some of those prereqs out of the way and have that little bit of college experience before you actually finish up high school?
Yeah. I think for me, what really sold me was getting to leave school. So I get to leave like Joby. I come to the high school for a few more classes, but that break during the middle of the day is very nice.
Yeah.
And I think it teaches us what to expect at college and kind of gives you a taste of that experience that you don't know what you're in for until you start it.
So are you're saying all of your classes are online for college?
Yeah.
How do you balance that out? Like Joby was talking about, you got to make yourself do the work and get it done.
Yeah, I set Sundays. Sundays aren't my college work days.
Sunday's supposed to be the day of rest.
Procrastination.
I don't do it.
We all
until
do
Sunday.
Yeah,
I can't.
It doesn't get better. I'll just tell you that up front. That's good. All right. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break, come back and talk a little about some of the things we're going to plan to do after high school. We'll talk as well about some graduation need-to-knows, so be sure and stay tuned for that as we continue our 10 a.m. community show, our senior salute with Fairfield High School here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxler Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxler Tractor.
Don't let a blown tire slow you down this season. Trust Magulac Tire Service in Hillsboro to keep you on the roll and in the field. At Magulac, they offer on-the-farm ag and tire service, saving you downtime and saving you money. Call Magulac Tire Service for all your tire needs at 937-364-2592 or stop in on Route 50 in Hillsboro. At Magulac Tire Service, their emphasis is on great service. That's more than just a slogan. That's the Magulac commitment every single day. Your Ohio Means Jobs centers in Georgetown and Winchester provide the tools you need for your job search. Eligible residents of Adams and Brown counties may qualify for additional supportive services. Visit Ohio Means Jobs online at omjadamsbrown.org to learn more. Ohio Means Jobs is a division of ABCAP. You must meet eligibility requirements. Funding provided by TANF and WIOA and is administered by the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. When you're trying to find the best deal on a home or car, you shop around. When it comes to finding the best deal for insuring those things, it just makes sense to shop around too. That's why Column Insurance works as an independent agency. One agency, multiple carriers, allowing your agent to shop for the company that best fits your needs and budget. Column Insurance works with Nationwide and Nationwide Agribusiness, Travelers, Progressive, and more. Stop by Column Insurance in Georgetown to speak to their friendly agents, Jay, Carolyn, or Stacy, or call 378-6947 for a free quote today.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From Shack basketball
Shot by Osborne. 3 on the buzzer. Wow.
to Shack baseball.
Wells is going to drive. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown football.
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
To Shack volleyball.
Hatton for the kill. It's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Ire to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV. Welcome back in, folks, to our 10 a.m. community show here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV. It's a senior salute today with Fairfield High School students joining us as we've talked a little about, well, a lot of things you guys are involved in, from sports to extracurriculars to prom. Of course, one big last thing to happen for our high school seniors, and that's, of course, graduation. So, Melanie, you've sat very patiently. We'll give you big credit, but just some general need-to-knows for Fairfield High School as graduation date approaches.
Okay, so Fairfield's graduation is May 18th at 2 p.m. in the high school gymnasium. There will be a graduation practice on the 16th, so all seniors come and they do a walkthrough of graduation.
Now, do they usually need that practice?
They do.
Okay.
It's actually mandatory.
Okay.
If you don't come to practice, you don't get to walk. I believe
So
that's the way it goes.
Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
No tickets are needed for graduation. Everyone is welcome. It's a rather small class this year. There's only 47.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that streamlines things a little bit,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, with that, like, who all gives speeches at Fairfield for their graduation?
The valedictorian, salutatorian, they've asked a guest speaker, a teacher will speak.
Okay.
Superintendent normally speaks, the high school principal.
Quick, easy.
It should be pretty quick and painless. Okay. It should be, yes.
Good deal. Talk to us a little about this particular class at Fairfield High School, just to pull the curtain back a little bit. Obviously, a special connection, as this is your daughter's graduating class. So I'm assuming you've probably seen these kids grow up in an even more meaningful way than just as an educator and administrator.
Absolutely. This is my youngest, so I've done this with my oldest daughter already. Learned a lot, and I feel like this group has been a fun group.
Yeah.
They're, as you can see during this interview, like, they're just a fun group, very smart kids. It's a small class, so not a huge group, so you kind of know everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all into different things. I think that's cool too.
I mean, as we went through, it is interesting. All five of you had a different answer for like what really stands out. So I thought that was really cool.
Yes, but yet they're all still friends. Like they all, yes. So they're a great group.
That's awesome.
I can't wait for 2 weeks. We're going to Kings Island. They didn't get to go their 8th grade year because of COVID.
Sure.
So we plan that.
See, I really struggle to keep thinking like these kids, you guys, your high school career has been pretty much normal, like no distance learning, but you would have started off junior high school like with all of the restrictions and stuff still in place.
Yeah,
So,
their 8th grade year was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That was the bad year.
Yeah. Well, glad you've gotten through high school with no difficulties, hopefully, and everything's good and on the up and up. So with that, let's just, again, kind of go through everyone's plans. As we said, Melanie said, graduation just a couple of weeks away. Everybody's, I'm sure, ready for it, right? Nobody's got anything hanging over their heads. They've got to get... Corey, you got everything in. Everything's ready.
I think I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. You were the only one making like worried eye contact with me, so I just wanted to check on you. But for post high school plans, let's go through and talk a little about what we are going to do with the next phase of life. So, again, Hannah, start with you. What's next for you?
I will be attending the Ohio State University in the fall.
Good use of the. Good
Yeah, main campus. So I'll be in Columbus. I'm applied to the exploratory programs studies, so I don't really know what I want to do yet, but hopefully I can kind of find my path once I get there.
So what made the decision to go to Ohio State? Big campus, big school with a lot of possibility?
Yeah, my personality is definitely pretty big. I'm ready to get somewhere bigger than little old Leesburg.
Yeah.
But my dad graduated from Ohio State, and my sister is actually a junior this year, so we'll be out there next year together.
She'll show you all the places to make trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
She's excited.
Mom, I was just kidding.
I know.
Okay. Just realized your parents in the room. We probably shouldn't do that. Yeah. Well, good luck to you. That's awesome. Take us through kind of, I think it is really cool that you've made the decision to have like an exploratory period, and some of the pressures of trying to decide your entire life at 17, 18 years old. That's a lot.
Yes, it's crazy. I guess just the fear of choosing the wrong thing. And I know they say you can change your major as many times as you want, but I guess I just didn't even know what I wanted to start with.
Yeah.
So maybe find it once I'm there.
Yeah. So throw everything at the wall and whatever sticks. Right.
Yeah.
Good deal. Corey, kind of the opposite. You're going to have all of your decisions made for you very soon. So
Yes.
Thank you in advance for your service. It's an awesome thing. I know you're planning, as folks on the TV portion can see, got Marines right across your chest.
Yes, sir.
So take us through that decision. What landed you with the Marines as that branch of military, and the decision to go into military service?
Well, my father was a Marine, and my brother, he's still a Marine. So, I mean, it's a career path that I know, that I'm familiar with, and just, like I said, I like to stay active. I like to just do stuff, and that's a good way to learn how to be a better person, better myself, while also staying physically fit and just trying to be a better me.
Now, within that track, do you have like a game plan where you'd like to end up, what you'd like to do with that time in the Marines, or are you just going to kind of go with the flow?
No, so after boot camp, I'm hoping to go to combat engineer school.
Oh, wow.
Do my MOS.
That's awesome. So it's you're really talking about staying active then.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Do you know will you be at Paris Island?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So have you experienced that at all? As far as like going visiting or being at, you mentioned your brother. Did you go to like his graduation?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty intense thing.
It was.
Yeah. So are you prepared? Like that's just kind of like a glimpse of that life. Did going through that experience like solidify for you, or are there any like nerves still around that?
I'm still a little nervous, but going to Paris Island when I was young, I just knew right then and there. I was like, all right, this is it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, again, thank you in advance, and best of luck, because it is, from my understanding, I mean, I didn't go through it, but it is a very, very intense thing, and I'm sure you're going to come out all right.
I hope so.
Good deal. Next over, Carly, we got kind of a glimpse. You're living on the farm, regardless of what your kids say. They're going to be showing cattle someday, but in the meantime, what are the plans post high school?
So here in the fall, I'm going to head to Mattoon, Illinois, and go to college at Lakeland College on a scholarship to judge livestock.
Oh, wow. That's really awesome. So talk about that experience. Not something that a lot of kids, regardless of their FFA involvement, get that opportunity to kind of do that at the next level?
Yeah. So at all these shows that I've been to previously, I've always done the livestock judging contest, and I've always kind of dabbled in it. And that's something that I've always kept in the back of my mind. And so my sister is at Lakeland right now judging livestock, and I've seen how much she's thrived there. And then her judging coach reached out to me after I won the state livestock judging contest junior year, and I just kind of...
Well, we didn't even talk about that. So you won state as a junior. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was pretty cool. My sister was second in the state 2 years in a row, and so for
you
me
got
to
one
win
up
it,
on her.
yeah.
That's the important part. Good deal. Just, your quick hits here. What's the most important thing if you're judging livestock? First off, you have to judge like a few different species, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're probably best with cattle.
That's actually my worst.
Oh, okay. Well, see,
Sheep are my bread and butter.
I got you. All right. So when an animal comes in, like quick hits, what are you looking for first off?
The size, their muscle shape, and if they're good on their feet and legs.
Okay, that's you make it sound super simple, quick and easy.
It's not. It's a mind game.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats. That's pretty
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah. I wish I would have gotten further into that. I'm sorry. We'll talk with Cassie. Cassie, plans post high school. What are we going to be doing?
I do plan to go to college, but I haven't decided where or what I want to do. But once I make the decision of like what I want to do, I think that's when I'll pick a college to see which college has a better program for it.
At this point, what are you weighing in your head of what you'd like to do? No, just
yeah, I don't.
That's a good like we talked about that. It really is a very, very tough thing to decide. 17, 18 years old, I want to be locked into this for the rest of my life. So, in the meantime, like, is a gap year an option for you, or you're gonna work? You're gonna?
My mom doesn't want me to take a gap year, so I'll have to make a decision here soon. But I have my colleges narrowed down. I'm deciding between NKU or Wilmington College.
Fantastic. Well, good schools either way. But it's good you have options, right? So best of luck, man. That is a very, very tough decision to make.
Yeah.
As I'm sure your classmates will tell you, it's never easy. So, just take your time. As we talked with Hannah, it's good to explore your options a little bit, see what you got. So, Joby, last on the list here. I know we've talked a little about having the opportunity to go on and play college volleyball. Where are you going to be doing that at?
I'm going to Wilmington College.
Okay.
Yeah, it was small. It's D3. I'm on full academic scholarship there because D3 they can't give athletic scholarships,
right?
And so
it's a good thing you paid attention to your grades, right?
Yeah. And it's actually I'm really relaxed about it because I know college sports are so much different than high school sports. Everyone could tell me that,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously I don't know what to expect, but I know it's gonna be a hard hitter. But what I'm really relaxed about is the fact that I'm not tied to an athletic scholarship there. I'm just academic, so if anything doesn't work out, nothing's going to be super big change for me.
Sure.
But I really do think I like it. I love routine. I like a schedule. I like getting up and lifting at 5 a.m. So I really don't. I don't think I'll have any trouble with it at all. But yeah, I'm really excited to see, and I'm going to be studying accounting.
Accounting. All right. So you're good with numbers. Math was your strong suit?
Yes. I'm taking a few classes right now at Southern State in that area because I think I'd be really good at it and I was interested in it. But of course, I didn't want to go right in and be like, well, this is terrible. I do not like this at all. So I did take a couple classes at Southern State and I do really like it. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. And, I have decided also I might major a little bit in ag business too, in that field, to be an agricultural loan officer also.
Man, all right. So you've really got things kind of figured out, dialed in. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah. I grew up on a family farm and we raised just little feeder calves to go to to butcher and sell out to people. And we've raised pigs too. And I showed at the Highland County Fair pigs. but I did not show cattle. That was not my forte. That's all Carly.
Yeah.
But
You didn't want to go up against her, right?
no,
Let that be
not
your
at
thing,
all.
yeah.
No. Yep, I hated to see her coming in the pig arena.
Yeah. That's tough, man. You've got a reputation.
Yeah, but I do like the farm life. I wanted to be somewhat involved in the ag industry,
Yeah.
and I wanted to be able to use my degree towards the ag industry a little bit, and
That's
I thought
awesome.
maybe that'd be a career that would do that, and
Very good.
I'd be able to help out farmers a little bit.
Well, it's smart to test the waters, right? You at least kind of have a good understanding of what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So
Yeah.
good on you. All right. Well, last kind of question for the group here. Let's just talk some quick memories, things you guys are going to take from your time at Fairfield High School. Anything that stands out? I know we've shared some good stories already and a few things off the air as we've had breaks and stuff. So anything that, looking back on your time at Fairfield, you're going to take away as, overly positive and kind of set you up for life? Everybody, all at
everyone
once,
speak
yeah.
at once.
The thing I'll take away, the livestock judging contest kind of set me up for my college career.
Yeah.
And I know I want to be a part of ag sales through the fruit sales I do in the fall.
Yeah.
So, that kind of guided me in my career path.
That's awesome. Well, Corey, I know we've talked a lot about baseball, but good memories from that, I'm sure, in all your sports career.
Yeah.
Anything that stands out? Any great opportunity? Maybe tell on yourself a little bit. They can't keep you from walking across the stage. What happens on baseball trips or road games that maybe we'll keep it PG, right? Keep it at least PG level.
Yeah. It's on the bus. There's just a little tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery. Good use. Yeah, good word.
Just messing around with the underclassmen, just picking on them a little bit, hazing. But we're not.
He's the super
Light
senior of the
hazing.
group.
Yeah,
The
we-
super senior?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're the coach's kid, so
Yep.
and we'll just pick on you a little more for that. Obviously, again, you guys are a great group of kids, a lot of extracurriculars, a lot of good memories behind you. So hopefully, you'll hold on well to it and greet the next phase of life well. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, we're going to wrap up our show for today. Again, thank you to Fairfield High School joining us for our Senior Salute. Be sure and check out some of our past Senior Salute shows on goodguysradiotv.com. You can do so on demand, absolutely free. And, of course, join us. We've got several more shows as we approach the month of May. So, again, good luck to the folks here at Fairfield. We'll be seeing you soon here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Thank you for tuning in. Rewatch this video and many more on demand at goodguysradiotv.com.